Yo, what's good, everybody? This is your boy Boss Golf. Welcome back to Boss Golf Plays. So, I've been playing Injustice, man. I know this isn't a review I want to do separate, but I want to do a review separate. But there is something I want to talk about in the game that I want to bring attention to. That if enough of us bring attention to, that you know this gaming company will fix about their game because they have that credibility. They've always done that. Injustice 2. We know, while overall that definitely is a phenomenal game, one of the best parts about that game, hands down, no matter if you're a hardcore fighting game fan or if you're just in it for the fun, is the gear system. I can't tell you how much fun, how much hours I put into just the multiverse and trying to get gear and like just customizing and messing around with gear, period. When the back of that cover said endless, I looked at that shit and I said, they bullshitting. It's just so they can pull us in, blah blah. When you really look at it and you pay attention to how the gear works and how you receive gear, send out gear, exchange gear and things like that, the possibilities with this shit is literal. It pretty much is nigh endless as far as everything goes on that. But there is one tidbit of a problem when it comes to the gear system, and that's playing online with player matches and rank matches. And the reason I say that is because not only do you get the gear, along with customizing your gear, you can customize the abilities in the game. Now, abilities in the game for Injustice 2 allow a lot of the characters, actually pretty much all the whole damn roster opens up a whole new array of combos, moves, setups, mix-ups, cross-ups for your character, for your strategy, your battle strategy, all of that. That is the most fun I have playing in a game, is fucking around with the gear and going on player matches and playing with the different abilities that are associated with my gear type and my loadout. Only problem is you can only do that in player matches, and here's where the problem arises, or the concern, challenge, whatever the hell you want to call it, is that you can only, while you can go in player matches and mess around with these and stuff like that, I feel that some of the gear can be hella overpowered. And I've noticed this when I go in, and that's not a problem when it comes to the multiverse, because when I go in multiverse and you have your ladders that are you need a 20 plus level, which is, it only goes up to level 20, but you need a level 20 character to beat something, or you got a level 20 boss that you need to beat. It's really to your benefit that you want to have 3,000 strength on one character or 2,000 defense on one character to buff your play style and have certain abilities. You want to have it to where certain abilities damage, do kryptonite damage or do magic damage and shit like that. So that's real beneficial when it comes to multiverse, because that's the faster you can beat that boss, the faster you can go in gear, especially when you're doing the AI battles to get the boxes to go in and do what you need to do to find gear. It's problematic when you go into player matches, and I'm not saying this because, oh, I've been going in and get my ass whooped. I've been going in and doing that. For example, I play with Batman, and Batman has high stats. If you pick his Mark 11 gear, he has super high stats. Not only is some of the, at least on the gear that I have, not only is the strength like hella up, and this wasn't even me regenerating the gear, this is just the gear I got from the box. Not only is the strength like hella up, but there's like a buff on it where if you have a certain amount of gear, it'll add a 200 plus strength on there, or extra strength, add strength to the battery, stuff like that. So basically my strength is high. I go in, I shit you not, just my Batman versus a character's regular stats, I go in and do, I'll say 4, maybe 5 10-hit combos with Batman, and that's the round. That's it. That is given that this person is either average at this game or they don't know what they're doing at all. So some days it's fun if you're stressed out and you just don't give a shit. But when you want to go in and you actually want to play, it can be like, okay, I like fucking around with the gear, but I don't want to go in and the battle be over after like 5 seconds or whatever. That would be cool if both of y'all were equally leveled, as far as like skill, as far as all this other stuff. And then not only that, when you go into rank matches, I would like to have my abilities available to be available to use in rank matches. I was watching a video on YouTube, and even when I tried out Red Hood for myself, I was watching a video on YouTube, and they were talking about how a lot of the gear sets, a lot of the characters, not accessibility, what's the fucking word? A lot of the characters in the roster, their main potential lies in the fact that they have these abilities set to them. Certain characters have more potential to do combos, or certain characters can be more defensive, or what have you, or whatever. And that can be useful, I feel like, in a ranked situation. I feel like they can even be useful in a tournament situation, but these things are turned off, and that kind of takes away from some of the fun of the game, in my opinion. It really does, especially when you have the abilities are only limited to player matches, multiplayer, or if you're playing 1v1 on the same screen, same system with somebody that you're just chilling with. I don't know, hopefully we can get this fixed. I would like to get this fixed. Two things: to either where we have a patch to where when nerfs and buffs come out, there's not only nerfs and buffs to the character's initial stats and their defense and their strength, ability, health, but also to some of the gear that's out there, not only on our characters but on like the boss characters too. So that kind of like evens it out when we go and we play a player match and we don't have a character walking us out at like 3,000 strength, and let's say our character may only have like 1,900, and we get whooped. Like I said, that's if you're average, or you don't know what you're doing, or you're just trying to play for fun. But I don't know. And then hopefully, like, they have it to where you can turn the abilities on when it comes to rank matches. I think that was a concern. That was actually a request that a lot of us were having. We're talking about when we started first hearing about this game, is that why can't we have the abilities turned on in rank match? We would love to have the abilities turned on in rank matches. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Is that even a concern for y'all? Because I know Ed Boon posted something on his Twitter and on the NetherRealm Twitter to where they were talking about a lot of the matches that are played in Injustice are in player matches. And once again, that's what I do. When I go in and I play this game, I play on player matches. I think I'm fucking around with rank like maybe once or twice. But when I go in, I play on player matches, whether I turn the gear sets off or whether I keep them on. But most of the time, I keep them on. But when I play, most of the time I don't give a shit, but there are some times when I want to go in and I'm like, okay, I see this guy is a level 8 Superman. I'm a level 20 Batman with 3,000 strength. I want a fight. I like going in and I like having like those long drawn out fights to where the time is down. It's a lot, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot easier when the levels are kind of leveled out and shit like that. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe they might already have their plan, maybe not, but I hope that is a thing to where all the levels are leveled out as far as gear and everything, because it's this game, I don't know, man. It's just I feel like it would add fun factors to the game, and it'd take off a lot of I don't want to call it like stress relief or whatever you would call it as far as that go. I guess that could be the template term until I find something else. Taking out a lot of stress relief for some of the players out there that do like player matches and that do like the rank stuff. That, you know, maybe are concerned about, oh, this gear is, because that's one of my concerns. I go in and I'm like, god damn, the match is over already. Some like those matches are only fun when you're just fucking aggravated that day. Some of the most fun I've had on this game is I played like a battle against Atrocitus and I had Batman, and we were fucking going in. We had our gear on, but the thing is, our shit was lowered out. Like, my strength equaled his defense. So when I did my damage, it basically was as if we had the gear turned off, but You know what? That's what I'm trying to fucking say. I spent all this goddamn time. Boscoff, you spent all this goddamn time. It's alright. Listen, that's what I'm trying to fucking say. There needs to be, like, you know how they have the nodules in the game to where you can turn the level on, turn the gear on and everything. There needs to be a nodule on rank matches and on player matches to where you can turn the abilities of that character on or off should you have the abilities. That way, if you want to turn the gear off but you want to have the abilities on, because then that would be fun, because then I wouldn't even give a shit about the gear stats, because I like playing with the costumes and shit like that if I go in a rank match. But once again, I want to play with the abilities that I have. Like if I go in and I'm in a rank match and I've been practicing with a combo that does Darkseid's that utilizes Darkseid's reverse beam, and I can't do that when I go online on something like a rank match, or if I turn it off on a player match, that's problematic. So hopefully we can get that fixed in a future patch. And one reason I like talking about this subject when it comes to Injustice 2 and talking about it with the community, with you guys, because NetherRealm is famous for listening to their community. Like, out of all the video game companies I know out there, they still may be a company, they want to make money, they sell DLC, blah blah yada yada. The one thing that this company does right, that most other I have not seen any other company do to the status of this company, is that they listen to their fans. When there's a problem, they actually take this shit into consideration and they go in and fix it. That the whole thing where people were saying some of the characters' faces were messed up, even though in when it first came out, I was like, oh, I don't see the difference. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe it's just we're seeing happy characters for the first time versus the Mortal Kombat angry characters. They went in and they actually did fucking work on these faces. I'm talking, they did fucking work on these faces. When I look at that story mode and I see the goddamn lip gloss sitting on Batman's fucking lips, I was like, y'all took the fucking time. Not only that, it's not just this game, previous games before, they sit and they listen to everybody's request, what everybody has to say about it, what is the general consensus about said topic, and they go in and they either fix it or they add to it or they take away. It's phenomenal. So maybe if enough people, which I don't know how many, I haven't gone on and seen if anybody's talked about this on YouTube, but maybe if enough people start talking about this stuff, because I know I'm not the only one that's having this problem. There are other people that play this game, that play on player matches or play rank matches, that have the same concerns too. So if we could just have it to where there's an option to turn the abilities on or off, yo, this game already be up there, and this game is already up there. We're playing with, well, once again, fuck, man, I can spend a whole day dicking around with the customization. So that's that, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box down below. If y'all playing Injustice 2, do y'all mess around with the gear? Do y'all play it on player matches, rank matches? Y'all give a shit about the gear stats? Do y'all like being the fucking online boss? How fun is this shit to you? Let me know all of that. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and like the video. I play a lot of Injustice. Skronk Saturday, Fight Friday. Playing a story mode throughout the week. That's going. So if you want to see some Injustice content, got a whole goddamn playlist. You can just go and click this shit, check it out. I'll definitely be playing more in the future. So I'm out this thing. Y'all go and do y'all goddamn thing. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Make sure y'all keep them schlongs long, them clips tight. I will see you silly hoes on the flip one. Peace.